In today's video, we are going to be predicting the NFL Honors Awards. We're going to predict MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, all of that good stuff in today's video. That's what we're doing in today's video. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like and subscribe so you guys don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Also, tomorrow should be back with the regular MLS weekly picks as well. And happy 4th, by the way. So let's just go ahead and hop into the video though. With the MVP 2023, we'll do that one last, and we'll start with the Defensive Player of the Year. And I think the Defensive Player of the Year is going to be, in fact, Will Anderson Jr. Number one, Will Anderson, drafted by the Texans. So I think they got a new coach who utilizes the defense really, really well. I think that will be really good for Will Anderson. And I think Will Anderson is going to be is going to be like the Bosa brothers as well. I think he will get Defensive Rookie of the Year as the 2023 award. Now, moving on from that one, you have the Offensive Player of the Award, and this one can go either two ways. I'm seeing it right now. Number one, CJ Stroud. Obviously, CJ looks like he's getting in the hang of their system really well in Texas. I think CJ has what it takes to be in the NFL. Looks like he's been in the NFL from what we've seen with clips of training camps and stuff like that as well. And I think CJ doesn't have a lot of weapons, so he will have to utilize his legs, which he did in college, and he will have to utilize throwing the ball deep as well in the NFL as well. He looks NFL ready. That's why I can see CJ Stroud going with Offensive Rookie of the Year, or you can go Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers as well. Number one, we already know Bryce has been looking great in training camp with the Carolina Panthers. He's got a great supporting cast with some wide receivers like Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo as well. He's got Terrence Marshall Jr. on there as well, and DJ Chark. He's got a lot of offense surrounding him. So you could either go one of those two ways with the Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I am going to stick with it and say CJ Stroud is going to be the Offensive Rookie of the Year, just because I think CJ won't have as many weapons or targets as Bryce Young will in Carolina, and I think CJ looks more NFL ready right now anyway. So therefore, right now, if we're predicting the awards, which we are, I'm going to be going with CJ Stroud as the Offensive Rookie of the Year as well. Now, moving on from that one, you have the Comeback Player of the Year. This one, I think it's plain and simple. Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills. If Damar Hamlin balls out like he did that last half of the season before all that crazy stuff happened, I mean, I think Damar's got a clear shot at winning Comeback Player of the Year. If he balls out like he's been doing, he looks great in mini camps as well. If Damar Hamlin can do that, then Damar will obviously get Comeback Player of the Year. Now, other than Damar, I really don't know anyone who would get that award either. So therefore, I'm going to be sticking with the pick and going Damar Hamlin with the Comeback Player of the Year. Moving on from that one, though, you have Coach of the Year. Now, this one can go two ways for me. I'm seeing it right now. Number one, Sean Payton with the Broncos. Obviously, what he's trying to do in Denver right there. If they make the playoffs, then Sean Payton will definitely, most likely get that award, because Sean Payton, they were, 5-12 last year. They had like 5 wins or something. Number two is Russ. Russ can do anything that he wants to, pretty much. That duo is going to be great together as well. I expect Sean Payton to be Coach of the Year. I think that's a really good option, but I think the second option may surprise a lot of people right here, and going with Frank Reich of the Carolina Panthers. Now, granted, Frank Reich has already gotten a great defense around him already. He's signed a lot of players, including, like we said earlier, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo, DJ Chark, and obviously another wide receiver in Terrence Marshall Jr., Hayden Hurst, and Miles Sanders as well. He's gotten all of those players around him. Now, if those players can perform, and if we can make the playoffs or make a Super Bowl, if we do make the Super Bowl, which I'm not expecting us to, but I'm expecting us to at least make the playoffs. That is my expectations for the season, and we will talk about that in a future video as well. But if Frank Reich can lead us to a playoff or lead us to a division title, then Frank Reich has a strong chance, possibility of becoming Coach of the Year, as well as Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Now, I think Frank Reich has the easier path than Sean Payton. Obviously, you got the Chiefs, the Chargers, and you've got what other teams are there, like the Raiders in that division. So, therefore, if Sean Payton can do that, then Sean Payton will indeed get Coach of the Year. But, again, I see it two ways with Sean Payton, be it with the Broncos or Frank Reich of the Carolina Panthers as well. Now, moving on from that, you got Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. We will start with the Defensive Player of the Year, and I think that everybody is going to be picking Micah Parsons to get Defensive Player of the Year. Now, if Micah Parsons even have half of what he did last year with the Dallas Cowboys, then I think Micah Parsons will get Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons is elite. He's moving to edge rusher as well. He's becoming number 0 as well, I believe, for the Cowboys too. Micah Parsons is going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons just needs to keep doing what he's been doing, and he will get that Defensive Player of the Year. Now, moving on from that one, Justin Jefferson will be Offensive Player of the Year. Number 1, he's got the best gritty in all of the NFL. I think if he just keeps doing the gritty, then he will be good for there. But regardless, Justin Jefferson obviously had an amazing season with the Vikings last year with Kirk Cousins. He got it last year. I think if he does that again, then he will definitely get Offensive Player of the Year for the Vikings as well. Now, moving on from what everyone has been waiting for, the MVP of 2023. Who is going to be the MVP of 2023? Number 3, I think there's 3 candidates as always. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen as well. I think Josh Allen is going to perform great with the Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes, again, always in that running for the MVP slot as well. And Jalen Hurts obviously made it to the Super Bowl last year as well with the Philadelphia Eagles. If they win the Super Bowl this year, which we'll talk about that coming up in a different video as well, I think that Jalen Hurts is going to be the 2023 NFL MVP. But that is going to be all for today's video. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Let me know who you guys have for NFL MVP as well. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.